If you'd like sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still Got Game, episode 431. Still Got Game's official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Rogan.
And I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
So, it's just the three of us, guys.
Just the three of us.
The Reliables part Trace.
No Yaunt, no
Trace?
Moving on up.
No.
Trace or Quattro?
Uno, dos, tres.
I can't remember how many
three.
times we've done the Reliables episode.
Yeah, this is probably the Reliables Cinco.
Five?
I think it's when
You
I
think
think this is probably the fifth one. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. But
All right, then the sixth episode will be like Star Wars related. It'll be like Return of the Sith, you know? Like, anyway.
yes. So yeah, it's just the three of us, but I'm sure we'll put together an awesome show like always because that's how we roll. But and if you are here in chat and you have something you want us to discuss on the show, jump in and post it there, and we'll try to work it in the show. And on that, we will just start off with the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's episode, or in this case, it was 3 weeks ago because Canada had Easter Monday, and then we had Patriots Day, and now we're back. So, Felix Prime comments. Thanks, everyone. Once we had heard Electrify's voice, we were allowed to listen over the receiver. It's so much nicer than using headphones. I really hope she's back for good.
No, spoiler
The
alert.
irony of this is that you will be listening on headphones.
Okay, but I'm curious, like, how, like, at what point do you put the episode on until you get to this point where you find out Tiff isn't on the episode, and then just like, that's it. We're switching off. We're back on headphones.
Yeah, I think we'll have to pull back up the first question, but I think that's what he had said the first time is they start on the stereo, and if she's not on, then he
They
has to
just
turn
switch
it
it?
off. And he's got to go listen on his phone with the headphones.
What we're gonna need to
we're
do is
so
we're-
sorry. If you
We're going to
switched
need to
over.
get a sound bite of her so we can just play this part of it where she says she's here.
and just
We'll put a
always
little
talk.
cardboard cutout in the video if they're looking at the video.
But don't you think that if he's listening with his wife at that point because she's interested in Tiff's content, that she's not going to notice that Tiff hasn't
We
spoken
could just have
the
her
rest
saying,
of the
like,
show?
We could just have her saying, "Yeah, guys," like every like 10 minutes.
Like make a soundboard of
Yeah.
and no.
Yeah, I could do that. I could use the Elgato. I could do soundbite.
Derek, let me out.
We'll load up like 5 different TIFF effects, and then I just press them every once in a
This
while.
is so elaborate just to get this one guy so he can listen
Yeah.
on stereo.
All right, we'll
Feel for you,
we'll
Felix, but,
yeah, Felix, we'll look into this for you.
It's
man.
on this.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Toxic Kitten comments. How have you all been keeping busy when staying at home? I played so many video games early on that I was kind of video gamed out and needed to take a week off.
Nothing's really changed for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working from home before this. I'm still working it from home.
Yeah.
So
If anything, I game maybe a little bit more. But it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, for me, it more goes in phases. If there's stuff I enjoy and I like to play every single night, I'll play every single night. If the Call of Duty playlist switch and it's all big giant fucking loser maps, then I'll work more nights of TV and movies in and less nights of video games. But
See, for me, it's like it's different in like different ways. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but like I have like TV shows and stuff that I watch, and a lot of the stuff is either being like hiatus or it's finishing. So like my TV content is a little bit down, and then in my video game section, like I think my gaming is up a little bit to offset the media, and then also at the same time that because everyone else is in the same boat, more people are now coming back. Like a lot of my older friends are now
playing games again.
Yeah, playing games again. Like my buddy Nelson hadn't gamed for a while, and he's back now playing Call of Duty with us.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just seeing more and more people coming back. So it's different, but it's a good different. Yeah,
Mhm.
I
I'll
don't know.
say that my TV watching definitely has increased. I got back into watching Survivor. I started watched the full season of
Yeah,
Australian Survivor All Stars.
I noticed.
Mhm.
So like I got the whole family. We're watching all that. So we blasted through a couple seasons of that, and
Was it a good
so
season though?
Australian Survivor was actually it
Was it
was
good?
way better than the current American version.
I think it's better than this. What?
I think the All Star
Oh
one.
boy.
It's just
Oh boy.
they're
Wow.
a little more contact oriented. They're
Contact.
well they're
What, no
like
social distancing?
no their challenges are definitely more physical than our challenges.
Oh,
They're badasses, man.
okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it eventually. It's a lot of episodes though. Was it 25 in a season?
I think down there they
God.
play them day after day. They don't
Yeah, it's
go
like
a week
three- it's
between.
like
It's
three
like
time-
they're boom,
three-
boom, boom, boom,
3 times a
boom.
week. Yeah.
Mm, that's crazy.
But,
Anyway,
yeah. So yeah, we blasted through that. But yeah, my gaming's been a lot more gaming with the kids because they're home all the time. So I have to try to keep them entertained.
Mhm.
A lot of pushing them to do different things like an Animal Crossing, things like that. So
Nice. All right. And
That's
let's see. Pineapple Tomato comments. Your show is really fun to listen to. I've had a chance over the last couple weeks to go back and listen to episodes from before I subscribed. Consistent quality.
consistent.
Is it a good consistent quality?
garbage quality?
this person must be doing the COVID drinking every day, every minute.
I
Our
don't think
quality-
you would have noticed that much of a difference in the audio version over the years, but definitely in the video. From going
Yes.
to zero lag on the chat and
And all hits pro.
the pro
producing.
layout. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Remember when we used to not have green screens?
No. Remember when we used to not have video? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember when the show used to be not called Still Got Game?
Yeah. Remember when it was called Gaming Under the Influence, and then
For that
Pri-
brief
for like 13 episodes, and then before that it was called Tool to Type Radio, the
Yeah.
worst chosen name ever. Yeah.
But that's the one that most people I think know, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. We should have
Yeah.
stuck to that one.
There's a lot larger increase in subscriber base on a week-to-week basis under the tool to type, I think, than what we're seeing right
Than
now.
the current, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, but then again, maybe people are moving away from podcasts. I don't know. Feel like I listen to a decent amount of podcasts, but
There's
I think
podcasts going all the time.
I think podcasts are more popular than ever.
yeah.
That's what I
Probably.
think. Yeah.
I mean, definitely more people know what they are. Like a few years ago, you say podcast, people are like, "What's that?"
Do I need an iPod? Yep. Yep.
It's
So,
internet radio.
yeah.
Is that
But
what they
thanks
call
for the
podcasts?
compliment, man. Consistent quality. I'll take consistent quality.
Are they called podcasts because of the iPod?
I believe so.
Oh,
I believe
I didn't-
that's where
I
it
didn't even know
came
that.
from. Yeah. So, all right. And last but not least, Altius asks, with theatrical movie releases pushing back their release dates, do you think there will be a bump to video game sales during that time period? After all, entertainment is entertainment, right?
Honestly, I read this earlier. I don't know. I really don't know.
No.
I used to
It's-
think the same thing about our electricity grid because I work for the electricity company up here,
Mm.
and I was thinking like, fuck man, everybody's home. What's gonna happen when everyone's home and they all turn their air conditioners on and like
Yeah.
Your grid's
But
gonna go.
apparently our grid system is really low right now.
Mm.
Oh, spam caller.
Nice.
But yeah, apparently our electricity demand is like really low right now, and
Weird.
so like I don't honestly I don't know like it's everything's out the window right now for me with logic. this COVID thing is.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a-
going to
it's a
say that
beast.
it's going to be hard to tell if it's because of the theatrical the movies being held back, the increase that's going to happen, or if it's just the fact that we're all stuck inside all the time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
going
don't
to
think the
cause the
movie-
bump in the
I
video
don't
game.
think the movie business has anything to do with it.
Yeah,
And
I think
and,
it's
and
just
with
gonna be
video
natural
game
bump.
sales, that like I'm sure digital sales are up, but physicals are down. So like, where does it balance out? I don't know.
Because if people are trying to buy physical shit from Amazon, all their
can't.
deliveries were getting pushed out by like
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. It's not considered like essential, so they're not gonna
Yeah, our stuff ships from Amazon that's not essential, but it ships out about a month from
Like I'm
when you
seeing
order it.
more and more things being pushed back because they're just like, why are we sending this out? Like, I don't know. This is what I've been noticing lately.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, I don't know. I think Hit's right in that we're going to see more game sales, but whether it's due to the movies not being there or not, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I don't know if
quantify
there's
that,
anything to
so.
do with the movies.
Nope.
If anything, they're gonna start going more digital.
Yeah, as we saw a whole bunch of the movies that had come into theaters, and we're like, oh, I guess we fucked our box office numbers on this, so we might as well just drop it
right.
out on digital. So
Let's look at it this way. Let's do a little fun game. What's one movie that got pushed back that was about to come out, like a big movie?
Furious 8,
Fast and Furious, right?
Furious 9.
Okay, so they pushed it back what, a year?
A year. Yep.
Okay, let's say in a year things are still the same. Like let's say in a year, maybe maybe people will go back to work and stuff, but like going to the movie theaters like with hundreds of people, probably not gonna happen, right?
You'd think so, but tell that to people down in Georgia.
Well, I know,
opening
but like,
movie theaters this week because they're
the
complete
new norm.
morons.
Nobody knows what the new norm is gonna be, right? So like, let's just say that movie theaters are still a no go. Then, like, do they wait another year, like, or do they just like fuck it? Let's just release it online. And then,
but they have to recoup that cost. These giant
they'll
mega blockbusters.
They'll make up a service. Like a year from now is a lot of time, but like maybe they'll make up a new service. What's the big movie company for you guys? Ours is Cineplex.
Like for theaters,
Yeah,
we have like AMC is a big
what if
one.
they make like an AMC app where you watch a movie for like $10, like watch Fast and Furious at home for $10. They come up with some sort of idea where like you can watch these new releases at home.
Yeah, I still don't think they can recoup their costs.
I just
that
don't
way
see them holding back that movie again for another year.
So a family of 6 that goes to the movie theater pays $15 a ticket for 6 tickets. Now instead you're going to give them $10 and share it off of one device,
or per device. I don't know. Per eyeballs.
Somehow you know how many people are there and you charge them.
I did hear that they add like technology to figure out like how many people are watching something with like eye tracking technology or something. But not that they're gonna do that anytime soon. But I don't know. I just don't see them like holding back a movie like that for another year.
I think the thing that's going to be holding movies back going into the future, and that's why they might be delaying movies now, is that if they're not essential, are they even allowed to film?
No, a lot of these movies aren't.
They're not even allowed to film. So like video game industry, a lot of these guys can work from home and still code. Like where the movie industry, they can't sit in front of a green screen and act it out. So
like they canceled Big Brother here, and I used to think that that of all the shows, that show's gonna be the safest. Like these people are isolated in a house. But then you think about they have a 200-person production staff that like
that has to come and go.
Right. So it's like, I don't think anything's safe.
Yeah. I remember the first movies that I heard was like Mission Impossible. Those guys got pulled back from right when the COVID stuff started, even before it got here, because they were filming over in all these other countries where it was already taking off. But here, the last one I remember seeing something about it being filmed, I just saw it recently, was like Sean Penn. They were in some other country that hadn't yet been hit, so they flew him out early to film all his stuff because they didn't have all the same COVID regulations. But the whole cast and crew did the masks and everything else, and they filmed the whole movie during COVID. And it's probably the only movie that's been done that way, to my knowledge. So
we will definitely see a shift in the way things get done. Mm-hmm. Like one of the things that I'm noticing is like there's like online versions of like for instance Big Brother. Have you ever heard of Sequester? They've been doing like Sequester games, and like the popularity of them is like really high now because there's nothing else. So like I could see shifting of like media adapting to our situation.
So or like look how The Mandalorian is filmed. It's filmed in that giant round box. So like in theory, if you constrain your actors on set during the I know Selden's laughing, but if you put them in their trailers the whole time and
talking on the Truman Show or what,
and no one came or went, they could come in, they could go in that big thing, film their their bits and pop back out because everything is done fucking digitally on that. But you still have that cast and crew that has to bring props in and out. But who knows? I want shit to keep going on, but I know it's unsafe to. So yeah.
We'll
All right.
see.
Yeah,
Question.
we don't know. So
Nobody
All
knows.
right. If you have any questions or feedback like this that makes us go, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@toolsplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over into what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
So Sea of Thieves has the 2-year anniversary update, major update.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Ships of Fortune. They added so much fucking shit into the game. It's ridiculous. They bumped up all the levels to 75 from 50. There's a whole new vendor, Reaper Bones. It's like a PvP based vendor within the adventure mode.
Nice.
So it's like constant battling going on. There's emissaries, so you can like get multipliers for certain factions and stuff. Like the more work you do for them, the more multiplier it goes up. Reviving, they've added cats, which
Oh, that's my kind
Derek
of thing.
may like. Yeah, 3 different types of cats. Which is I think like one of the first animals they were thinking about doing in that game, which finally made its appearance.
You would think cats and monkeys would be the top two that you would think for pirates.
Well, I actually thought not cats. I thought parrots and monkeys.
And parrots too.
Yeah. Anyway.
Parrots number one, definitely.
So yeah, I've been playing that, and it's gonna be a grind. But yeah, it's fun. Oh yeah, and there's a new arena mode that PvP, their PvP mode. And then I've been playing a lot of Warzone, like I said earlier. Some of my friends have come back into gaming, so we've been playing a lot of Warzone because it's free and it's fun. I'm actually liking Plunder, by the way. It's actually a lot of fun. Very competitive, like racing from one spot to the other and getting money, and then everyone's coming after you because you're in the top 3, and it's like, this is crazy. And then I've also been playtesting the Halo 2 beta on the Master Chief Collection.
Nice.
Posting some videos on my Twitter and shit, and feels good to still be good in that game. And it runs so beautifully on PC. It's oh man, especially I actually really like the anniversary versions of like all the maps and stuff. Like,
so did you not play the MCC?
no,
on
I did.
Xbox? Okay.
It just runs really well. Like,
Yeah. Nice.
it chugs on the Xbox.
Yep.
Those anniversary maps. It's funny how they're very like Halo 5-ish, like the anniversary stuff.
Yeah. I
Like
see that.
the audio wise and like the way they run. Anyway, that's been a lot of fun, and that's pretty much what I've been gaming. Yeah.
Nice.
How are you, Sheldon? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. It's a great COVID game because you're all stuck inside. It's kind of a chill, just kind of relaxing, doing your duties, chopping trees, catching bugs, fishing. Got into it when one of my old clanmates. We started playing, going to each other's maps from way back in the Tool to Play early days. Got to meet up with him, talk with him a little bit over the Nintendo Switch Online on your phone app thing, which is actually works out pretty well once you're in there. That's the first time I'd actually messed with that, but it was kind of an interesting way to do it. I still think it's better if you had chat online in the game that you're actually playing rather than have to go through your phone.
Separate device. Yeah, that's always super popular way to do it.
Booge.
But it works, I guess, but it's
Doesn't
But,
even act that well.
yeah. Well, Animal Crossing's fun. It's a great game for it because you don't have to worry about communicating
In comparison to other chat apps, like
it sucks
it
balls.
should be at the minimum to some of these, and it's not even. Anyway,
It's almost like making a group call on your phones and playing a game together. Yes.
I don't understand. Why don't these guys go to Discord and be like, "Hey, why don't we fucking use your system?"
Yeah, it would be perfect.
I don't
for
get it. I don't get it.
But yeah, besides that, I also the Xbox Live Games with Gold, the garbage game that they put out, the Knights of Knights of Pen and Paper. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game that you're sitting at a table and you 8-bit graphic throwback type game. It was.
You
You know,
guys
just because they give you the games for free doesn't mean you need to download them.
Yeah,
I know, but
do you go in and like check them off every month? Both of you?
No,
I-
I'll look at the names of them, and if it's something that I've heard of, I might pull it down. But otherwise, fuck it.
Sometimes I'll look at the list and be like, oh yeah, oh
Mhm.
okay, and then
Then other times
I
it's
forget.
like,
Like,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh, there's many months that I download the game, never play it, and then delete it a few months later. But definitely, I always try to grab it because you never know if you're going to go back and play it eventually, and it's free for that month, so you might as well grab it.
The next console is coming out like in 6 months. You're never gonna play these things.
Oh, come on, you might go back. Who knows? They'll be backwards compatible.
Pen and paper nights, like that doesn't
Yeah.
sound like anything I would ever want to play.
It's a throwback to classic Dungeons and Dragons, sitting in the
Yeah.
basement of your friend's house when you're 13 playing. So it's kind of reminiscent. It's enjoyable for an hour or so. So,
Yeah,
but it's it's one of Selden's shit games that he likes to play. So
nice.
it's right up
nice.
there. Mobile, I've been playing the Empires and Puzzles game. In with a good alliance right now. We're racking up some wins and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. I also picked up the other day Disc Golf Rivals.
Oh. I
which
like
is-
disc golf in real life.
Yeah, I like disc golf in real life, and so I picked this up, and it's 1v1 on a single hole. You play and you work your way up. It's just like the other, the
I don't like
All
the
the
other
all the
other
rivals games,
putt golf
Yeah.
game, rivals, things like that.
multiple holes.
But it's kind of cool because it definitely has a feel of real disc golf almost. How the discs flies and the randomness, how it lands and stuff.
Do you have a bunch of different discs too? You
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
left turn, a right turn, a
Yeah,
driver, a putter.
Drivers,
yeah.
mid, sand,
Yeah,
rough.
yeah,
putter.
nice.
So it's kind of cool. Definitely check it out. You hook it up to your face, so we can go 1v1 against each other. So
Nice.
other than that, HQ every night, baby. Loving HQ being back.
Yeah. Oh, cat. What's up? Sorry.
What about you, Derek? What have you been playing?
Well,
Besides with your cat.
I've been playing. Well, we got 2 new cats delivered contactlessly during this quarantine. So
Oh,
now
why?
2 little kittens are down here in the basement with us.
That's what we were talking about when you walked into the chat.
Uh,
How it's illegal to have that many cats in Canada.
Oh, my God.
See, there
looks
we
like
go.
good bear bait.
You really are the
Um,
Tiger King.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see the similarities.
So I've been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's at least 1 or more nights a week of that. And then on mobile, I've been doing all the Harry Potter events. They've made that game completely. You don't have to go anywhere. That game is entirely playable from home at this point, including all the events. Even if you want to go do a battle at a tower, like there's now a bus that you can click on. It drives you there. You go
Oh,
do
really?
your battles. Yep.
Nice.
And it's-
they
it's-
needed to do that. They had to do that.
And it takes you to one where there's tons of people in all the levels because it's at Hogwarts. So it's not your local one. There's definitely going to be people there. You can pick which one you want to do. And I was in one where we had to kill like 85 guys. Like it was crazy.
Well, maybe I should re-download that because
yeah.
I'm on those missions that you had to play with 3 other people or something like
Oh,
that. in a town.
you'll definitely get those done. Yeah.
I'm not coming back. Fuck
Yeah,
that game.
no. Then I phone in one catch a day on Pokemon Go.
Ugh.
I play a little Toon Blast in my spare time, and it doesn't really fit anywhere else in the show, so I will bring it up here. So there was this nice mechanical keyboard light up one that I saw at PAX East this year, and they reached out to me to see if I had got a sample when I was at PAX East, and I said no, I didn't. So they sent me the keyboard and a wrist rest for it. It's the Element keyboard from Whirlwind FX, and this thing, I've had tons of light up keyboards. I had Logitech ones. I've had a whole bunch of different ones with individual lighting and stuff. The cool thing about this one is the keys. One of the modes you can do is the keys match the lighting on your screen, whether it's a game or a movie or whatever you're watching. The keyboard keys light up as if they're the same picture on the screen, which is kind of nice. Plus, it's a pretty sick mechanical keyboard. So I've been enjoying the shit out of that too. Just kind of putting it through its paces. And since I have the KVM here, not only am I gaming with it, but then I push the button during the day for work, and I'm doing my work on it too. So,
Question.
Yep.
You've been in contact with these fine gentlemen, correct? These fine ladies and gentlemen.
It was actually
correct?
a woman that contacted me.
Oh,
yes.
great.
Yep. Yep.
No.
Where's mine?
Have you talked to them about maybe like a sponsorship of some sort? Maybe.
Well, no, I have not, but you never know.
You have not.
That I was just happy to get a keyboard from them, but now you've really put an interesting thought in my mind.
Yes.
Yes.
You basically just gave them one. So I was wondering if maybe you had talked to them about it.
No, maybe I should though.
In full disclosure, this has not been sponsored by whatever keyboard company that was that gave it to him.
But maybe it will be.
Yeah, you never know. And I'll say for $100 for this keyboard.
Oh, it's only $100.
That's what I'm saying. For like a mechanical keyboard with like this, like the quality of the mechanical switches and everything else, you can't find a keyboard like that. Under like 150 was the old cheapest, I think, and you're talking maybe $200 at a minimum. So yeah, I was really impressed by the quality of this, and it's nice. So, but maybe I will reach out and see if we can come to some sort of arrangement. But because I like advertising for something I like and not something I have to bullshit about. So.
I like the fact that you said it matches the mode of or the mood of the lighting around you. Because I've seen some TVs with that whole setup where the backlighting behind the TV matches with what's going on the screen and stuff like that. It's really sharp looking. It really adds to the whole effect of the environment that you're at. So
it does, especially if you had a light up keyboard and it was just doing like whatever rainbow pattern or whatever you had set up, and you were trying to watch a movie, that would be almost distracting. But where it's mirroring what's on the screen when you're gaming or whatever. It's pretty cool. And it also has like this full API where you can configure where like, I saw this Fortnite configuration where, it does one thing if you're about to die, like it starts blinking one way. And then when you're dead, it does something else. And if someone starts reviving you, it starts doing, so you don't even need to be fully paying. Like you're getting these cues out of your peripheral vision.
Nice.
So yeah, it definitely has this full API, or you can have it like color your WASD keys different than the rest of the keyboard and all those kind of customizations. So I was just really impressed with it.
I'll be back 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Sure, Hit. Hit's having some issues with his puppy, I believe. So,
well, talking about peripherals, we now have a Xbox Elite Series 2 in the house. Not for me. I bought it for my son for his birthday. So.
Oh my gosh. Why don't you have one?
Because I still have the one. It's still fine.
This one is so much fucking better.
It does feel really nice. I was able to grab it for a little while before he totally took it into his room.
What you should have done is given him the used one as a birthday present and then taken the new one.
Oh, I tried. Don't worry. I did try that. But no, it's it was, it's hard to get anything these days. And when your teenage kid turns 15, it's like, okay, I got to get him something. Can't go out and do anything. Can't even take him out to dinner. Can't go get a cake for him.
No.
So,
I hear you.
I dropped the $175-ish or whatever it was. And
nice.
I did buy myself a Mixer t-shirt at the same time. It's in the wash right now. So,
well, you see, you're almost in the Elite Series 2 club then. So
it's in the house.
Yes. Well, it's close.
And when he gets grounded, I can take it from him.
Yeah. You're like, and I'm going to use it when it's taken away from you. So, yeah. So you better start toughening up your rule set. All right. Well, Hit seems back.
Yep, I'm back.
So on that, why don't we hop on over into the new releases? First new release out this week is Gears Tactics, out for the PC. This came out, I think, last fall for the Xbox. It's not my style of game. Or no, maybe this out first for the PC. And it's coming out for the Xbox later, I think is what it is. Yeah, that's right. Because they hadn't figured out how to do that top-down tactics thing well on consoles yet.
Yeah, the Gears game that came out in the fall was a Gears Pop.
Yeah, that's the Gears
game,
Pop.
so.
That was the other one. Yeah.
Too many Gears games.
Yeah, this isn't my style of game. I'm not
sucking
into
the cash out of that IP.
Yeah.
I'm not into real-time tactics at all.
What was that Halo one that they
Selden probably downloaded because it was on Game Pass at one part.
Like
Games with Gold at one point.
That shitty Halo game. What was that? Come on, Selden.
Are you talking the
RTS one?
RTS one?
Not Halo Wars, but like that other weird.
Oh,
I thought you were
talking Halo Wars.
Yeah.
Uprising or Anyway,
I don't know. So not my style of game, but I'm sure Gears
milking this shit out of
junkies are going to
Gears.
be all over this. So you
Hell,
knew they
they-
were milking it once they did Gears Pop and people actually played it. Okay, like that's
Are
fucked up.
people excited for this?
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
also only PC. It's so weird.
Well, because they haven't figured out the UI for Xbox yet. It's coming
Yeah, I
eventually
guess.
for Xbox. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, watching the streamers aren't really picking up on this or talking about it much. I don't know if it's gonna get the
all streamers are too busy with Valorant.
yeah.
Yep,
Everybody's
yep.
with that.
Valorant.
Yep. All right. Next new release out this week is Moving Out for the Xbox One, the PS4, the PC, and the Switch. This is from our friends over at SMG Studio, the guys that did. Shh, that cat's so loud. They did.
What happens when you get 4?
Okay.
Fucking
This
Tiger
is-
King over there, man.
This game is your ultimate. You're stuck at home. And not so much for you, Hit, but for people stuck at home with people. This game is a fantastic couch co-op game. Like we played this for 2 years in a row at PAX East. It is so much fun. It's a simple concept, but it's like working together and
Is it
it's,
like that one where you're in the kitchen?
cooking
Overcooked.
Overcooked,
yeah.
Everybody doesn't have a specific job, but so basically the goal of it is to get all the furniture out of some place into a moving truck.
Right.
And sometimes it's as simple as you go and you can pick something up, but then there's a couch and you need 2 people to go and coordinate with it. Or
Can you
the
smash stuff and then lose
Oh, yeah.
points?
the truck is the
Like,
truck is
say
full.
you're picking
So
up
you
the
have,
TV
You
and you
can
drop
throw
whoops,
no.
you can throw shit through the windows and crap though.
Yeah, you can
as
throw
long
stuff
as
through
it's
the window.
out of the house.
Yeah.
No, you have to get it into the moving truck. So
Okay,
It doesn't matter how it gets out of the house. though.
yeah, you can throw it out of the house, and then you can throw it, and you can even do like a coordinated swing move with your partner to throw like a couch or something up, because sometimes you can't walk it in the moving truck if you filled the front. But yeah, it's got some cool concepts. It has some, like one of the levels we played at PAX East was like right out of Frogger, where you started and the house was on one side and the moving truck was all the way on the other, and you had to get across first the roads and avoid all the cars, and then you had to get across the side where you were jumping between, logs. And
This sounds like a safety nightmare.
most of them, yeah. These movers need hazard pay, but.
I'll tell you, I watched you and I watched a couple other streams of this game at PAX East last, and this game looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. And it's I love the fact that they gave a throwback to Frogger, because I did see that level, because that it fits right in that whole Frogger Paperboy type of game that used to play in the arcade back in the 80s, and it had that whole feel. Just watching, I'm like, dude, this is the game. I would dump quarters into this thing left and right if it was back in the arcade.
Oh, it's great. Like I've been played a bunch. They sent me a key for it, but then I still pre-ordered it from them because I felt like they're the kind of studio that you support, and they're a smaller studio. They're the same guys that did Death Squared, that other awesome family game, but that's more of like get mad at your family kind of game. Yeah, it's like when people are fucking it up. Why are you fucking it up? No, you go that way. Stop. But yeah, this one's just really, really good fun. So highly recommend it. And like I said, these guys they're out of Australia. Great team, and everything that they've done thus far that we've got our hands on has been something enjoyable. And like I said, this game's been in the hopper for 2 years. They didn't rush it out. And for a small studio to bring something to PAX East from Australia 2 years in a row that's pretty crazy. So I'm glad it's out now, and highly recommend people pick it up. That's all I'm saying. Then the only other new release out this week is kind of out of left field. It's Streets of Rage 4, out for the Xbox One, the PS4, the PC, and the Switch. And for those of you that remember Streets of Rage, this was out like in the early 90s, I think on the Genesis, right?
Yeah, definitely been a while.
Yeah. So the first 3 games were from the early 90s, and then there was nothing until 2020. So don't ask me. It's a beat 'em up if you like beat 'em ups, and you were a big Streets of Rage fan back when you were like 1 or 10 or 15, then you might want to pick this up. But this is definitely not on my list of things I'll be picking up. So either of you guys?
No, I was trying to.
Nah.
No, I'm not picking it up, but I remembered not too long ago, and I thought it was a Streets of Rage, but it's probably not. Somebody released a Streets of Rage type game on VR that was getting a lot of talk for a little while.
Yeah,
Are you like first person VR? You said VR, so you
No.
have my interest now. What?
No, I think
it's a VR junkie now.
Yeah, what-
I don't know. It was something weird. It looked like it was a side scroller type of old Streets of Rage side scrolling beat 'em up game, but it was in VR.
Well,
So it was
weird.
kind of weird, but I thought it was Streets of Rage. But now that you're talking about, I'm like, I don't think it was Streets of Rage, but it was definitely Streets of Rage esque. How's that?
Inspired.
Yes.
Yes, that's how you get away with copyright infringement. Is it's inspired by Streets of Rage? Yes. So, all right. So nobody has any interest in that.
No, not picking that one.
No.
All right. Perfect. Well, I guess on that we can just slide right into gaming news. And if anyone's in chat and wants to talk about something, just drop it in chat and we'll chat it up. So does anybody have a story they want to jump on? This is a slow news week.
You are supposed to
Oh,
start.
that's
us
right. I
off.
always take the first one. Okay.
Oh.
Travis, I'll take the popular one. Travis Scott's Fortnite concert drew 12.3 million concurrent viewers. Now, I haven't been playing Fortnite in forever, but now that one of my daughters that's been stuck at home became a Fortnite addict over this hiatus because it's the only way she keeps in touch with her friends. So she's cranking in like 46 hours a week into Fortnite, which is nuts. But so I didn't even know this concert was coming, and she finished it and she was like, that was fucking life changing. Well, not fucking, I say fucking. It was like, that was life changing, and this and that. It's like, and
Life changing.
yeah, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then she sent me like a little clip that she took of the TV when she was playing, and I guess like from what I looked online, this thing was like some phenomenal experience that like
I mean, they've all been like that though. Like, just keep getting better.
I know they keep getting better and better. But
Like,
yeah,
remember? Do you remember was it Dead Mouse?
Yeah, yep. And then they did it. They did the Star Wars trailer.
Marshmallow Head? No.
Oh, Marshmallow did a concert. Yeah, not Dead Mouse. It was Marshmallow.
And then Star Wars.
The Star Wars trailer,
Like
and
the
they
Black
had
Hole event.
JJ there.
The Black
Yep.
Hole event was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just getting better and better. Like the one thing I
they
like
figured
about
out how to use it as like a platform and not just a game. Yeah.
right. Like,
And
I
this
wonder
one
if
they
we'll
even did
see
something where they made the HUD go away for it too, so you
Yeah.
weren't like bothered by the HUD.
It was like the Black Hole event. It was like
Yeah.
fully immersive.
Yeah, it's.
I like if they do stuff like that. Like maybe we'll start seeing like presidential candidates go on there and speaking.
You never know.
More,
Well, that's
more
like how you can.
celebrities.
That's how you can distance without having to distance. Is you just do it in that sort of online format. Like
Yeah.
they had 12.3 million people rocking out to the same fucking concert, and nobody was next to anybody. So
Like I remember back in the Obama days, I thought I heard that he did a presidential rally within WoW.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
there was
that-
like it was like a WoW thing where like
Yeah.
he spoke at a town hall or something. I don't know.
that's crazy. Yeah.
I like seeing more of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're doing like there was a whole bunch of replays of this that you can go and check out and stuff. So
I wonder if
you,
Drake is next.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because Travis got big because of Fortnite, because of Drake
Mm-hmm.
and Ninja.
Yep. Yep. So it's either way, it's an impressive number. Like any musical artist would love to get 12.3 million people to watch one of their shows, and to have 12.3 million people watch the same show live is fucking nuts. So
Yeah, I wish I would have heard about this before it happened because I think it would have been cool to be in. I totally missed it going up to
Yeah.
it, and then I saw the videos after. I'm like, wow, that looked really fucking
Yeah.
epic.
they're
So,
underwater for part of it. They're up in fucking space for part of it. Everybody's fucking jumping, and
He's
they
like
gave out
humongous. He's
Yeah,
uh,
stomping.
they gave out all these kind of emotes that even if you didn't already have them, they gave out special emotes to use during the concert that were more like things you do at a concert. And there was a lot of thought went through this. So yeah. It's impressive to say
Yeah.
the least. So
Yeah.
All right, next story.
Do you want to grab one, or do you want me to grab one?
Sure, I'll
solo?
jump on one.
All right, go
Red Dead Redemption 2 comes to Xbox Game Pass on May 7th. Now I'm going to take this one because I know that Derek hated the game. I love the game, and I think this is a perfect game to roll right into Game Pass, especially at this point. It's an epic tale, and it's definitely a rich world to get involved in. If you haven't played the game, definitely if you have Game Pass, pick this up and play it. I recommend it highly. Especially now that it's free if you already have Game Pass. So the downside is that Rockstar is bringing this onto Game Pass, but they're moving Grand Theft Auto off of Game Pass from what I heard. So get in your game,
Wait, what?
Grand Theft Auto.
Removing Grand Theft Auto?
They're removing Grand Theft Auto when Red Dead comes on, I think I heard. So.
Game Pass it's a fluid thing. It's the only titles that are guaranteed.
Yeah,
to
like
be
I've
on
never
there
heard of
are
anything ever
Microsoft
getting
ones.
removed. Yeah.
No, they off
send out
like
emails,
4
yeah.
or 5 a month about the same amount that they put on. They take off about the same amount.
Yeah,
Well,
they
that
send
sucks if
emails
you-
saying they're going away.
That sucks if you get Grand Theft Auto online, you play that, spend all this money buying loot, and then
Yeah, but they
you
give you
gotta,
a
now,
discount.
now the game's going away, and you got to buy this game.
Well,
they
yeah,
give you
but
a discount on it.
they give you a discount
Oh,
why it's on Game
ooh.
Pass if you want to buy it forever.
A
So
discount off of the full price of a game that came out like 7 years ago.
Okay, well, you got to play it for free to begin with. So
I guess.
yeah, I mean, I had Grand Theft Auto on the Xbox 3 shitty, and I refused to buy it again when it came to the Xbox One. So getting back into Grand Theft Auto, I did play a couple hours of it when it came back, and it felt great playing that again. But I'm not going to buy the game. But Red Dead's here, man. It's
Wow,
coming
that's
on
weird
May
that you're not
7th.
buying the game. You're like one of the only people in the world that doesn't own that game at this point.
Oh, I own it for the 360, but I didn't want to buy
Oh
it again
yeah, that's
for
true.
the
That's true.
Xbox
That's
One. I
true,
didn't want to.
true.
That's why I love the whole thing with Microsoft going forward. You buy it once, you can play it on any platform. I mean,
Yeah, but that's a platform.
mm,
You can't ask a third-party company to do that.
I know, but that was kind of my stickler. I'm like, I'm not going to buy it on the Xbox One. I already own it on the 360. I still have a 360 somewhere if I wanted to pop it in and play it, but it's not going to happen.
yeah, and that's kind of game they don't make back compat.
But I just, this is just another, just to get back to the story. I mean, it's just another great benefit of the Microsoft environment, bringing a huge title like Grand Theft Auto, even for a few months, and then you throw it on to Red Dead Redemption. I'm like, it's just a selling point for Xbox Live in the whole environment of the Game Pass. So
Whether I like the game or not, which I don't hate it, but I still think it's good that people get to play it for free because I bought the Ultimate Edition thinking I was going to love it, and it sucked dog ass. So it is what it is. All right, next story.
Call of Duty Mobile. Do I really want that one? I guess. Call of Duty Mobile's $1 million esports tournament arrives April 30th. This is from Engadget.
Are you going to play in this hit?
No.
what?
Because it's mobile.
Didn't you play
Fuck
some
am I-
Call of Duty Mobile?
No, PUBG.
He was. Oh, you're playing
you're
PUBG.
PUBG.
mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they going to turn off auto aim in this? Because it's a little ridiculous in this game. It's literally point in the kind of general direction to get a snipe kill.
Oh, nice. That makes it a little easier. Yeah.
No.
So if you're ranked veteran or higher, you can compete for the world championship. Says this article. Call of Duty Mobile players will soon have the chance to compete for the World Championship glory. Activision announced an esports tournament that gets underway next week with more than $1 million in prizes on the line. But you need to be ranked higher than veteran or higher.
I'm
I
pretty
guess I'm
sure
too late to start.
I'm sure if people were playing this regularly, they probably have that rank.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? So
Maybe.
it is cool to open up something like this to your whole player base. Especially where it's a game that you don't have to go anywhere to play. You play it from your house. They know you're not cheating because it's a fucking shitty mobile game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. In games like this, in PUBG Online and stuff like that, do you see a lot of hacks and mods going on in there, or like? Because I know, like Tarkov has gotten pretty bad with all the mods and the hacks and the auto aim bots and stuff like that. Do you see that in the mobile versions of these type of games as well at this point, do you think?
That question's for you, Hit.
I,
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
you're the only guy I know that's played any of these games.
And just because I play them doesn't mean I'm an expert in it.
Yeah.
Like I have a phone. It has the game installed on it.
But did you see questionable things when you were playing PUBG online, I guess?
Yeah,
That
stuff
you're
like
what the
the only thing you see is like you're obviously playing against bots, like in
Yeah.
in the early levels. And
Yeah,
once you get into the later levels, you're like, man, these guys are really good. That's because you're playing against humans now. So like I don't know. In a way, I then they all do this. All those games do it. Like you're fighting bots at the beginning because you're trying to get used to the controls and stuff.
And there's not enough players playing at those levels, and yeah, so they got to fill it up with something.
Right. Like I remember when I first played PUBG Mobile, like that first 30 levels or so was just like me, like I'm like Neo in the
Dominating.
Matrix, like bending time and space,
You're
like.
Neo.
But now, like I go in there, and it's like it gets sweaty. It gets pretty sweaty.
Oh, nice. Well, speaking of cheaters, I did see that Call of Duty was, because I know like it was a couple weeks ago where they had a problem where they were like, don't turn off crossplay because PC players are cheating like motherfuckers, and there's all these hacks out there. So now they've done something where all of the accounts that they've identified as cheaters are all being like pushed into the same games, so that now it's a bunch of cheaters playing against a bunch of other cheaters. So yeah, that's one way to handle the problem.
Yeah, I respect that decision because they're not killing their player base and their money streams, but they're also protecting the honest players, I guess you would say.
Yep.
And I would love to sit there and watch matches where where it was bot
With
versus
all
bot.
cheaters. Yeah, yes.
And see how
Like-
frustrated they got.
Everybody's fucking one-shotting everybody else from crazy angles, and yeah. All right. Next story. Nintendo working with suppliers to boost Switch production in 2020. So, as we know, Switch production is at an all-time low. And right now, if there were Switches out there, Switches would be selling like fucking hotcakes. Like, as much as I don't play our Switches, I see shit all the time online from my friends. Friends ask me, where can I get a Switch? I'm trying to get one. These things are super hard to find right now, and nobody can get them. And if Nintendo actually did not have their head up their ass and had an inventory of hardware like every other manufacturer, they would have sold these things out in this pandemic. Everybody's stuck at home. They have kids stuck at home. They want something to entertain them.
You don't want to get stuck with fucking 10 million
Inventory, though.
10 million Sega Dreamcasts in the fucking warehouse.
Okay, but at the same time,
Yeah, but
all this shit was going
Nintendo's-
bad in China first. Like, they had a glimpse into what was happening, and they could have ramped
Yeah,
production.
but you can say the same thing with the president of the United States. Like he had all this prior knowledge, and look what happened. Oh no! Like,
Yeah, I guess hindsight is 2020.
Right,
but
right.
but if there were more Switches out there, but there should never be a point where there's no Switches. Like,
Yeah.
there should be
Nintendo's
a-
got a track record though
of
short-
under manufacturing
producing.
every time.
They're
Yep.
so fucking afraid of having that inventory that they never have enough inventory when it comes time for it.
that's because
The
Sega
Nintendo-
was like, "Don't do what we did with the Dreamcast. Thing's a piece of hot garbage."
Oh,
Oh my god, the Dreamcast was not. Like, people are still dying to get Dreamcast today.
I've found
Well-
Derek's Red Dead 2.
but
Oh,
I don't know. Do you? The Switches are in short. I mean, they're short. I mean, people are looking for them left and right.
and people are paying a premium. Like, there's
Yeah.
points every once in a while. I'm like, well, I could box mine up and sell it.
Yeah, I was about to
but
say, why don't you
Yeah.
sell yours?
I don't need money that bad. That's the difference. Like, I'd rather just
Oh.
eat it than what is it, to make 400 fucking bucks. Like, I spend 400 bucks a week on alcohol. Come on.
I actually thought about picking up a second one because
liver.
being home all day and the kids fighting over the one Switch and stuff like that. I'm like, I thought about making it. I'm like, nah, I'm still not gonna do it though. But I don't know. If they're having problems making production, and Sony came out earlier saying that they're gonna probably have a limited release. this fall is going to be scary if this shit stays on much longer. So,
But you know who's ready?
D Smooth.
Xbox.
Yeah.
well, Xbox hasn't really come out and said that they're going to be doing a full release or not yet. I mean,
Well,
all
I need
reports
two
are
of
showing
them.
that they're going to be fine.
I need 2. I only need 1 of Sony's, but I need 2 of theirs. Sorry.
But
All
it's scary,
right.
so, well,
It
we'll see.
is. Next story.
All right, sticking on Nintendo. I got 160,000 Nintendo accounts hacked due to Nintendo Network ID security breach. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I thought the Nintendo ID was a stupid fucking idea from the beginning.
Yep.
It has never been a fucking strong security measure. And the fact that it only now is getting hacked, it surprises the shit out of me.
So when you created your Switch account, you didn't use your old Nintendo ID. You made a new one.
No, I use my own.
So then you could be possibly one of these hack people.
I know. I'm waiting for the email. I'm waiting for the email.
But you were shitting on it so hard. I thought you were like,
I
no,
know.
I was right. Fuck them. And
No,
you're like,
I always
one
thought
too.
I always thought it was weak. I really did think it was weak, and but that was when I set it up. That was the only thing that was available at the time. So, but-
that's classics.
but the fact that out of the millions and millions, only 160,000 accounts were hacked. That's surprising, though. So
So you're banking on it's not you.
I haven't got the email yet, so I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, nice,
Did you go
nice.
in and enable 2-step verification?
Yes, I have enabled 2-step verification at this point. So, but
Where do you go check that? I'm not sure if I have mine on.
it's Nintendo's structure is really fucking weird. Some things you can only do through the console.
Yep.
And some things you can only do through the website.
Yep.
And it's so disconnected. It's just another proof that Nintendo really sometimes doesn't have their shit in the fucking line.
Did Hit literally go get his Switch to
Oh
do this
yeah,
during the
I'm
show?
gonna go check. I'm gonna go check this right now.
Oh
I'm
my.
kind of curious.
Nope. Yes. Hit. That's why Hit disappeared from the video version, is he was literally going to get it to check.
See, but
this
the
out.
audio people wouldn't have known unless you didn't say anything. But you always
But if
like
you-
play by play. Oh, Selden's getting up to get his drink. He's taking his drink of water right now. Oh look, Tef has walked into the room now. Oh look, there's
Selden has
Yawn.
never got a drink of water
Yawn
during the
just
show.
scratched his forehead.
Yawn
just scratched his
don't
forehead.
make people
ladies and
think less
gentlemen.
of Selden. Selden never drinks water during the show.
If I stand up in this room, I'll get chopped by a chainsaw or a hatchet or something.
Yeah, someone
But,
has to crawl
no.
in and out. Yeah.
For all of our listeners, if you haven't set up 2-step verification, please go to Nintendo and set up your 2-step
Where do you
verification
do that?
and protect yourself.
Yeah, Hit's still trying to figure it out.
I'm
He's gonna
still
be freaking
trying to
out the rest of
figure
the
it
show.
out. Freaking out right now.
Well, if you were hacked, you were already hacked.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you can do it after the show or in the after show. That could be the fun thing where you figure it out and then you tell all of our listeners where to find it in the after show. So
They're all
Stay
on
tuned
their
to
own.
the after
God
show
damn it.
for
They're all on
hits.
their own. It's every man for themselves.
All right, next story. I guess I'll take this one since Hits.
Yeah, too busy. Go.
Humble's Conquer COVID-19 bundle raises $6.5 million for pandemic relief. So we all love Humble Bundle, and they really stepped it up this time doing this to raise funding for the pandemic relief fund. That's good guy Humble Bundle right now. And I'm sure that people, this is probably one of those ones where people were willing to pay more than less, because these bundles are the ones you name your own price and you get certain things depending on your certain funding level. But I have a feeling this is one that people probably shelled out a little more for. But 6.5 million is not bad considering Bethesda themselves only gave $1 million towards COVID relief. So yeah, good on fucking Humble.
Yeah, and I'm a cheap ass motherfucker. I'll admit it. And Humble Bundle has always been one of my go-to sites for when I'm looking for a deal or if they got a great package going on.
And you
But
give
the
them,
fact that
you give
they
them $1 and then you take your bundle.
I have to admit that I usually go towards the lower end of whatever tier I'm trying to get to.
Okay. Yeah,
But I
yeah.
love the fact that it's got sliders if you want to give more money to the developer.
Oh, yeah, you can-
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And so the fact that they tweaked this so that you could donate this money to COVID relief funds, That's phenomenal, and thank you, Humble Bundle, for doing that. It's just kudos to you guys, man.
Yep, most definitely. That's doing the Lord's work.
Mother.
What are you shaking your head for? It.
I got all the way deep into the settings, and then I finally found it, and then it goes, need to go to Nintendo. I'm like, oh my god, all this work, and you're sending me to a website. These motherfuckers.
That's Nintendo, baby.
Yeah, they have their heads up their asses. All right, last story.
Whoa.
We can all see you logging into your Nintendo account, Hip, by the way.
Oh yeah, a good thing I have things.
Please don't do that.
Oh, yeah. Last story. Anyone?
Go for it.
All right, I'll take 2 in a row then, since my team is so pro.
They revoked.
Nobody
my
gives
Halo
a fuck
2
about this
access.
story. Nobody
no.
cares.
This is like the what the fuck story. WWE 2K is skipping 2020 to come back stronger. 2K says. Maybe WWE 2K is skipping 2020 because their games have blown in recent years. Like we saw those clips last year of like wrestlers like clipping through each other and all this crazy insanity. So maybe they're skipping it because the game sucks. Now,
there might be a subset of gamers out there that really love wrestling games, but I'm sorry, you got to be a small group. You can't have a huge player base that carries these games from years to years. I'm with Derek, man. I think they're just using this as a cover to say, fuck, let's take a break.
See, but I always think that about wrestling because I watched wrestling as a kid, Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter and all that era. And then like I'm like, oh, everybody's over wrestling. And then every time these WWE Raw shit stuff goes on, my whole Facebook feed blows up with everybody like, oh shit, you see Raw last night? That was fucking insane. Undertaker fucking sucked his own dick. It was crazy. What the fuck? Like it's nuts. Like I didn't even know anybody still watched wrestling. And apparently almost all of my friends watch wrestling. So,
but do they buy games?
That's the real question. Now, most of my friends are gamers, so there would be an overlap. So you would think so, but there's no way to know. So
I've never seen anybody on my feed ever playing WWE 2019.
Yeah, I think the last WWE game I played was probably 10 years ago, and it was I got it for review.
The last wrestling game I enjoyed was the one in the arcade where you had the tag team battles and you were pumping quarters in to go. That's
Yep. No.
I think the Killer Bees were in that one, maybe.
Oh, nice.
What is the best wrestling game ever? Go. There's only one correct answer to this.
The best wrestling game ever is the one with the women.
What?
I can't.
One's from
there's a lot of women.
The beach volleyball.
Yeah,
the fighting game that turned to beach volleyball to
DOA volleyball,
DOA volleyball,
yeah. or BMX XXX. Remember that game too? These are all classics. But I believe it's WWF.
You're googling it right now, aren't you?
My
the
hands
one
are
for
right
the
here.
Dreamcast? Are you motherfucker?
that was my end around, bro. No, you're thinking the one for the original NES, right?
No.
Which one?
It's
are you
for the
thinking
64, and it's called WWF No Mercy.
Okay, that
No
would have been
Mercy is the
WWF.
number one, yeah.
Right.
And it's not just my opinion. Everybody thinks this.
Well, everybody also loves the Dreamcast except for you. So.
I really go back to that original arcade cab. I can't remember the name of that wrestling game, but I just remember you would be punching the shit out of your friend beside you as you're playing the game, trying to win.
Yeah, I want to feel like it was called like Top Rope or something like that, or it had then the name, but who knows? So. All right. Well, that wraps up the news. So if any of you have stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com or comment in this episode's thread on the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors, if we had them. Looking at you, Whirlwind FX. Give us a call 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You tell us what you're selling. We'll tell you to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool Player at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. I, King of the Internet, got everything that's fucking holy. I'm at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
And I'm at twitter.com/i6hitman.
And I'm at twitter.com/Selden007.
Facebook the fuck out of the majority of us. Facebook.com/Tool to Play. Facebook.com/Derek Nolan.
And Facebook.com/Selden007.
Wow, he didn't even say 00. It was so creepy. We have a YouTube.
That was for hit.
we
You did it right. You did
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah, that was
007. Yeah.
That was so unexpected. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That's where we pack all of our archive video content in for you to enjoy at your leisure. So go to youtube.com/Tool to Play, subscribe. You get episodes of this show, Hits Quick Hits, coming back after the pandemic. Tiff's immature interviews, Selden's Dick Cam, Thick and Thin with LB and Duty featuring i6 Hitman, all your favorite shows, including Hit's unboxing of the PS4. That was one of his biggest views ever. So yeah, definitely go there and subscribe and you'll be notified whenever we have new archive video content. We have a Discord channel. If you go to toolplay.com/SGG Discord, that's SGG isn't still got game. Join our Discord and you can chat with us all day long. Selden's in there practically nonstop. It's almost like he doesn't even work because he's answering everybody like within a quarter second of what they type. Like, oh, I was hoping you guys were talking about this. Someone's like, boom, here's a link. I got you, bro. I got you, fam. So toolplay.com/SGG Discord. And if no one else talks to you, Selden will. I'll try and hit. Probably not. He doesn't even look. He's too busy in Sea of Thieves.
No, no, I get notifications.
Yeah, he'll see that you said something.
You're the one that doesn't go into the Discord. Let's be honest.
And I will get back to you on my breaks or lunches during the day.
Yeah, so see, you will be in contact with your favorite stars here. So definitely go there, toolplay.com/SGG Discord and join up. And we can't wait to have you. We have a Mixer channel, mixer.com/Tool to Play. That's where we broadcast all this shit to you live each and every week, including this show. And we also host our individual streams there. So if you go to mixer.com/Tool to Play, you'll definitely get our live content. But we also have our own Mixer channels. I'm at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/i6hitman.
I'm at mixer.com/Selden007.
And you can join us each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at mixer.com/Tool to Play. And on that, why don't we wrap this semi-reliables episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
And I am Chris Selden007 Selden.
Stay tuned for our live episode in Fortnite coming soon.